Coast Life, you know we love making you part of our family and all the families that we meet here on Coast Life. Joining us on the couch now is Rachel Parker and James Riddle with the Parker Group. Welcome, guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for having us.
So Rachel, you've been introducing us to members of the team. Tell us a little bit about James here, who's joining us. James, we've actually met before when we went and toured some of the offices that you guys have. Just give us a little intro.
So this is your second time meeting James in Coast Life. But one fun fact about James before I get started is we always talk about how Dustin is 9 generations in Sussex County, and I think James is the only Parker Group member that can claim a longer
history.
Wow. We had 11 generations in Sussex County. So obviously the Riddle family roots run really deep here, although I think you said it's on the other side.
It's on the Isaac side, yes.
The Isaacs, which you do see that name around Sussex County quite a bit. But James actually joined us new to real estate sales, but with a long background on the rental side of real estate. But he joined us last year and has just really hit the ground running. So I thought it'd be fun for people to learn a little bit more about him and kind of to what he attributes being successful in your first year in real estate, because it's the hardest year.
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, James, take it away. What have been some of the factors contributing to that success, and especially what is it about finding home with the Parker Group that's helped really build that success?
Yeah, sure. So actually, another fun fact is my first experience in real estate was when I was 15 years old. I interned for the Parker Group.
Oh, fun.
Before they were their own brokerage, when they were working with a friend of a friend that they had working for them. And so I would go after school. I couldn't even drive at that point. I was driven after school to their little office in Seaford. And that was my first taste of real estate. But since transitioning from the rental side into sales, really it's just reaching out to the people that you know, and because your sphere is the most important thing that you have, and making sure that people know that you are in real estate. You know, in the past when I was working in rentals, your biggest demographic are people who don't live around here.
Right.
But when you're trying to sell homes, you know, you want to touch in with the people that you know, and the people that you know will buy a house at some point. And making sure they know you are, in fact, in real estate. Another big piece with that is ensuring that you're following up with all of the people that are reaching out to you.
Yes.
Because the average real estate agent does not follow up nearly enough times, and the average real estate sale is from the 8th to the 13th contact. And so, so that's a big piece of finding success, is just finding consistency and treating it like a job.
Yes.
Which it is.
Right.
Yeah, right. That might make a lot of people considering real estate feel a little better. Maybe they're nervous about that, or if they're new and they're like, I haven't made a sale yet. You might actually make them feel a little better that it's normal. So if there is someone who hasn't joined real estate yet, or maybe they are brand new, what advice do you have for them?
Yeah, sure. So I think the first piece is to find a mentor or someone who does have experience. In my situation, Rachel and Dustin, who have a track record of success in real estate and have best practices. Because when you're jumping in, whether it's from another industry altogether, or for my case, another facet of the real estate industry, it's a totally different game. And so finding someone that you can latch onto and learn from the mistakes that they've already made is a huge factor.
And we had plenty to share with you.
Sure. I mean, that's all part of the learning that, and I think the wonderful environment that foster within the Parker Group is that, it's a safe spot to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. And I mean, what better teachers than you guys that you have for your team. I know we had talked about, I think last week or maybe even the week before when you were here, about how, building that own schedule and treating real estate like a job. Do you think, for younger real estate agents, how do you build those muscles of learning how to build your own schedule when it comes to real estate as an industry?
Good question.
That is a great question. I think that since 2020 and the pandemic, so many people were forced to do school from home or work from home in all sorts of different workforce industries. And being able to, discipline is a muscle, and you have to, whether it's you started on a small scale or jump for grandeur, from the beginning, you have to practice it. And whether that's setting yourself a schedule, like for me, I set 50-minute timers, and that last 10 minutes I take a walk because I need to keep the legs moving.
Nice.
But really being able to set a schedule and time block for yourself, practice is really the only answer.
I need to put that into practice. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Exactly. You don't have to be in real estate to take that tip. No. We can bring that one back home with us.
I might try that one out. Yeah.
Right. Well, Rachel and James, thank you so much for coming in and sharing and introducing yourself. I know, remember, if you are looking for your happy place, Hit these guys up.
Easy.
But don't go anywhere. Coming up on Coast Life, we're taking a trip with the paranormal with the Lewis Historical Society on the way. You're not going to want to miss it.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by the Parker Group,